In today's video, I'm going to share how I take care of my body and what I do to stay in great shape, physically, mentally and emotionally. For those of you who are new here and don't know me yet, my name is Elina. When I was 22, my husband and I moved from Ukraine to the United States. That's when I started working as a model, shooting for catalogs and swimwear brands. It became a strong motivation for me to take better care of myself. I got into fitness, tried different training styles, worked with coaches and experimented with various approaches. Over time, my love for a healthy lifestyle turned into something bigger. I created my own project called Wispence. It's a mobile app that helps people stay healthy, find balance and turn wellness into a way of life. Looking to get healthy, strong and more confident? With Wispence you get expert-designed workouts, a personalized meal plan tailored to your goals, and even guided audio meditations all in one app. Right now we are offering up to 50% off your premium version, so it's a perfect time to start your wellness journey. You'll find the link to Wispence below this video. Along with training, I gradually started changing my diet. I searched for meals that would give me energy instead of draining it. As a result, my husband and I have been living a vegan lifestyle for over 8 years now. I'm 32 now, turning 33 soon. I'm 5'8" and weigh around 115 pounds. I feel amazing, have lots of energy and my health is in the top condition. I get regular checkups to make sure of that. I like the way I look, and that matters, to genuinely like yourself, to look in the mirror and be happy with what I see. I'm not talking about unhealthy perfectionism, but about self-love, about acceptance, care and respect for your body. Because physical and mental health are deeply connected. It works both ways. If you live in constant stress, your body will start to suffer. But if you start with the body, fitness, running, dancing, it can lower stress levels, give you energy, confidence and help you deal with emotional challenges. The biggest mistake is trying to separate the body from the soul. There is a reason people say the body is a temple for the soul, and when the temple is neglected, it often reflects something broken inside as well. In real life, our body is the only thing that truly belongs to us. It's with us for life, and the way we treat it directly affects the quality of that life. And if someone thinks that's selfish, paying so much attention to yourself, just remember, how do we love our relatives? Through touch, hugs, our voice, through the body. How do we work, help, create? Thanks to the body. So how we cannot take care of it? Your body is your instrument. It can be strong, energized and beautiful if you love it, support it and speak kindly to it. But if you ignore it, criticize it and devalue it, sooner or later it will respond the same way. When awareness arises from within, everything becomes simple. People often ask me, is it hard for you to stick to healthy eating? And every time I'm a little surprised by the question, because for me it's easy. I love my body too much to feed it things that harm it. I don't see it as a restriction. On the contrary, for me it's a privilege to be able to choose the best for my health, for how I feel. That's why in my life there is no such thing as a cheat. My eating is intuitive. Of course, there are moments when I might eat something that's not particularly beneficial, but because it's not a regular thing, I treat it with peace. No guilt, no self-blame. It's not about right or wrong. It's about balance. It's about self-love. For a long time, I didn't realize that food could be a real struggle for so many people. That was before I got into fitness and nutrition. I used to wonder why people give food so much attention. To me, food has always been a basic need. We eat to live, not live to eat. It surprised me that for many people, their entire life seems to revolve around food. Over time, I came to understand that this is a very common form of an eating disorder. When people aren't satisfied with their life, when there is not enough joy, inspiration or emotion, they unconsciously shift focus to food. Food becomes an accessible form of pleasure. Certain neural pathways form and the habit becomes ingrained. Feeling sad, eat something. Stressed, food again. Bored, more food. Meeting friends, always at a cafe or restaurant. Even the idea of going for a walk turns into a grocery store trip. Slowly, everything begins to revolve around food because it's the easiest way to get a dopamine hit. Some people turn to shopping for comfort, but that's more complicated, more expensive. Others fall into different kinds of addictions. But in the end, it's all the same, an escape from oneself. To attempt to numb the pain or emptiness, even just for a moment. But the real solution isn't eating again. It's meeting yourself, hearing yourself, feeling, and beginning to live consciously. So how do you break this vicious circle? You recognize the root of the problem. You look it straight in the eye and you start working through it instead of running away. It's a tough question because there is no one-size-fits-all answer. Everyone has their own story, their own wounds, their own pain. Like when a woman is unhappy in her marriage but stays and is eating her pain away every single day. She gains weight, starts hating herself for it, goes on a strict diet, breaks down, and the circle repeats. Who can help her if not herself? We are the ones who have to take responsibility for our own lives. Start with small steps, change the things that no longer serve us, and slowly, brick by brick, build a life we genuinely enjoy. A life so full of meaning, inspiration, and interesting experiences that our focus is no longer only on food. Yes, it's easier said than done, but what can you do? That's life. I used to have one habit that really frustrated me, drinking coffee. I was addicted to it. And now looking back at the time, I realize it was just like any other addiction. I started with denial. When my husband would say, Elina, it's not normal that you can't go a single day without coffee, that we can't pass a coffee shop without stopping, that you don't even notice how many cups you drink a day. I didn't want to hear it. Even when coffee started making me feel nauseous, I still went and made another latte, because how else could I work? How could I edit videos? How could I get myself together? I used to get angry when I saw posts about how harmful coffee is, because they hit a nerve. It was a habit I didn't want to give up. Even the thought of changing it was stressful for me. And then just one day, a year ago, I stopped drinking coffee. No life hacks, no magic tricks, just awareness. I admitted it was a problem, that I was addicted, and that any addiction, whether it's alcohol, chocolate, or coffee, isn't about freedom or health. Anything in excess starts to harm us. I admitted that coffee had side effects, and I started feeling them myself. Heartburn, anxiety, because my nervous system was overstimulated, dry skin, and I told myself, that's enough, and I let it go. One day I just stopped and imagined, what if I stay addicted to this for the rest of my life? I already feel uncomfortable symptoms. What will happen to my body in 10, 20 years? And the scariest part, I'm doing this to myself. I'm the one hurting me. It scared me. And that becomes the turning point where I made a firm decision. This needs to be removed from my life, no matter how hard it is. And I did it. So for me, the way out was awareness, a clear intention, willpower, and action. But if you recognize a problem and realize you don't have the resources to solve it yet, that's okay. That's not weakness. That's the starting point. And what matters most is to ask for help when you need it. For some, it might be opening up to a loved one. For others, seeing a doctor, a psychologist, a nutritionist, or even an addiction specialist. And that will be the strongest step, because you're choosing yourself, your life, your health. As for my eating schedule, it's intuitive. I usually eat 2 to 3 times a day, but it depends on the day. My first meal is around 12 p.m. Until then, I only drink water or tea. And my last meal is usually around 7 p.m., but sometimes later. For example, after my dance class, which is from 8 to 9 p.m., I eat exclusively plant-based foods, so my meals are light and easy to digest. Even if I eat late, I don't feel discomfort. I've never counted calories. Okay, now let's cook something delicious together. I'll share one of my favorite recipes with you. A roasted sweet potato and chickpea bowl with a creamy tahini pesto sauce. This dish is ideal for a wholesome vegan lunch or dinner. Here is what you'll need. 2 sweet potatoes, 1 cup cooked or canned chickpeas, 1 shallot, 1 lemon, 2 tablespoons of tahini with pesto, 1 garlic clove, 2 tablespoons of cashew yogurt, fresh tarragon, 1 handful of arugula, 2 tablespoons of balsamic glaze. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Slice the sweet potatoes in half lengthwise. Place on a baking tray, season with salt, pepper and paprika. On other tray, spread out the chickpeas and chopped shallots. Season with salt and pepper. Roast both trays for about 20 minutes until the sweet potatoes are soft, the shallots are caramelized, and the chickpeas are crispy. While that's roasting, make the sauce. In a small bowl, combine 2 tablespoons of tahini with pesto, 1 grated garlic clove, 2 tablespoons of cashew yogurt, chopped tarragon, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a couple tablespoons of water, salt and peppers. Whisk until smooth and creamy. Place arugula on a plate and drizzle with the sauce. Add the roasted sweet potatoes, gently mash them with a fork, then top with the crispy chickpeas and shallots. Finish with a drizzle of balsamic glaze. It looks amazing, tastes even better, and it's full of nutrients. Give it a try, you're going to love it. By the way, let's talk about some common myths around vegan nutrition. One of the most popular ones: if you stop eating meat, you'll automatically lose weight. That's not true. You can absolutely gain weight on a vegan diet. It all depends on how much and what kind of food you eat. You can overeat anything, meat or pasta with salad. For example, when I switched to a vegan lifestyle, my weight didn't change at all. Another myth: vegan equal healthy. Nope. It can be healthy or not. It depends entirely what you eat and how much of it. If you check out my Instagram, in the pinned stories under nutrition, I show exactly what I eat. You'll see how diverse and well thought out my meals are. Because if you want healthy skin and strong hair, your body needs to receive all the essential nutrients. Balanced eating means giving your body the proteins, fats, carbs, vitamins, minerals and fiber it needs in the right proportions. One of the easiest ways to do that is to focus on the colors on your plate. The idea is simple. The more colors you have, the more variety of vitamins, antioxidants and phytonutrients you're getting. Here is what a balanced, colorful plate looks like. Let's break it down into parts. So half of the plate, vegetables and fruits. Green, broccoli, spinach, red, bell peppers, tomatoes, orange, carrots, purple, beets, yellow, pumpkin, corn, white, cauliflower. Quarter of the plate, protein sources. In my case, plant-based. Legumes, tofu, tempeh. For others it might be fish, chicken, eggs. Protein is the building block for muscles, hormones and the immune system. Quarter of the plate, complex carbs. Quinoa, brown rice, buckwheat, oats, whole grain bread or baked potatoes. A bit of healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, nuts, seeds. Fats are essential for brain function, healthy skin and hormones. This is your foundation. If you understand and stick to this, your diet will stay balanced, whether you're vegan or not. If you're like I once was and struggled to create a balanced meal plan on your own, give Wispence a try. It does all the work for you, from calculating your ideal calories to providing daily recipes with exact macros, proteins, fats and carbs. It's perfect for anyone who values their time and wants real results. Try it today and save up to 50%. Just click the link in the video description. We've already talked about nutrition, now let's talk a bit about physical activity. I believe that type of physical activity you choose doesn't matter, as long as it brings you joy. Because if you're forcing yourself to work out, you won't be able to keep it up long term. And honestly, who needs that kind of suffering? Try different things: yoga, Tabata, strength training, with or without a coach, at home or at the gym, tennis, trampoline, hiking. Explore until you find what you genuinely enjoy. For me, the most convenient option is working out at home. I start with cardio, treadmill or stationary bike, 20 to 30 minutes to get the blood flowing and warm up my body. Then I open my app, Wispence, and pick the type of workout I'm in the mood for. I love that I can choose a quick session or a longer one, depending on how much time I have. I like full body workouts, upper and lower body in one go, but it's individual. If your goal is to lose weight and tone up, full body sessions are perfect. If you want to build muscle, then split training works best. Leg day, back day, arm day. I usually train 3 times a week, plus twice dance classes. And my lifestyle is quite active, and that's more than enough for me to stay in shape. And one last thing I want to say today: if you're just beginning this journey, please don't start with extreme changes. Our brain gets scared of sudden shifts. Even small changes can be stressful for the nervous system, and that's why motivation often fades quickly. Start small. 15 minutes of movement, add more veggies to your meals, drink a little more water. Don't beat yourself up for mistakes, don't chase perfection. Make changes with love and self-respect. And you've got this, I promise. If this video was helpful, give it a like to support it, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.